What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you the exact explanation, very precise explanation of the point of view of Mark Basile. And he explained it pretty good in regards to the set of tweets that was addressed to him and to his position in our case. Then I will continue with an update that is directly related to the petition of Next Bridge Hydrocarbons to TRCH, and I will show you some timelines that might be useful for us in our future steps. Then I will continue with the summary of one of our community members that is very precise as well, and I will show some due diligence that is directly related to U3 Hub. So guys, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with this tweet. This tweet was published by Positive and Negative in response to the tweet that was deleted by author. But this tweet is directly related to the position of Mark Basile and his position that is related to our case. And Positive and Negative wrote, makes you wonder what side he's on. Hands out with the wrong side. The side that does not want us to win. Anna, I hope you know what you are doing. And let me show you the tweet that was published by Mark Basile in response to it. What's the point of attacking me or my client? Exactly. What point are you attempting to prove? Do you not read? Have you read the compliant and motion practice and still think my client is on the wrong side? You don't know what we know, and all people do is try to discredit our attempts to get to the truth, just because it's through the courts and not on social media. Think about that. No one has brought forth any proof that we don't want to win, that we aren't aligned with almost all MMTLP holders. This is nothing more than an emotional tantrum being thrown to misdirect everyone. Congress hasn't helped, the AGs haven't helped, FINRA and the SEC hasn't helped. So, what are you going to do instead of playing Monday morning quarterback? Show your proof that we are on the wrong side. I tend to remain subspaces because there are no gotcha attempts like almost all the other spaces. Don't like what we are doing? Then hire a lawyer and have them explain it to you. But almost everyone has said no lawyer will touch this with a 10-foot pole. What are you complaining about? An unproven narrative you have been cleaning for over 620 days. Really? So guys, I have to say that his position is crystal clear, and I told you in multiple of my previous videos that he has a fiduciary duty, he has a contract with Anna Trades, and he is in the litigation process. He cannot leave this process, and he cannot work with the half of his force. He has to do his best in order to win this case. Otherwise, guys, his reputation will be ruined. And in this case, damages for his company will be huge, and it doesn't make sense for him. So, let's continue with another news. Junk Savvy wrote this tweet just several hours ago, and she said, Next Bridge Hydrocarbons petition versus TRCH dismissed for want of prosecution. Dismissal for want of prosecution, DWOP, is a court-ordered termination of a legal case when the plaintiff doesn't actively pursue the case within a specified time frame. The court may grant a DWOP at the defendant's request or on its own motion. And she added this screenshot, and I have to say that it is quite interesting that just yesterday Next Bridge Hydrocarbons issued their S1 statement, and let me show you some posts, let me show you some responses from other community members. So, one of them is following, read between the lines, the same day the S1 went out, makes one wonder if TRCH made a deal to purchase shares once the S1 was effective. Time will tell. And Junk responded, S1 has not been made effective as of August 29th of 2024. NextBridge filed an amended S1 number 4 to include updated financials. Look for an S3 to be filed for it to be effective. And definitely, guys, first of all, we have to see that S1 is effective. And when it happens, definitely it might be quite interesting update for our case. But guys, Junk Savvy made some mistakes, and let me show you this tweet that was written by Roman Soups. Definitely he's in his emploi, and he wrote it in quite disrespectful manner, but factually he's 100% correct, and let me quote it for you. MMTLP, fake news. Junk Savvy says case dismissed, but her source is crap as usual. Fake news. Hearing is still on in NextBridge Hydrocarbons versus Trade Station on September 20th of 2024. Best go to the proper source. And he added a couple of screenshots, and he basically made a summary. So here I fix it for you. It's not dismissed on August 28th of 2024. The dismissal date is October 17th of 2024. Looks like a hearing on September 2024, and will dismiss if they reschedule the hearing again beyond October 17. And guys, this is the actual information in regards to this petition, and we have to keep an eye on these dates as well. But so far, this petition is still active, and that is why, guys, we have to use proper sources and probably do our own due diligence in order to have the most relevant information. On top of that, guys, let me show you this tweet that was reposted by Junk Savvy, and that was originally made by Busy Brands. And I have to say that this set of questions are very interesting. So, Busy Brands wrote, MMTLP, 13 good questions that FINRA should be answering regarding the MMTLP fiasco. The relationships of Avi Rubinstein, Robert Cook, Garrett Gensler, DTCC and elected officials might be made public. We must find an honest person among all of these thieves and or make this public to the extent elected officials are forced to answer for the millions of dollars they receive to stonewall their constituents. And let me quote you these questions in details. So, 1. Who was involved in the decision-making process to halt the stock using U3 halt code? 2. Were any broker-dealers, DTCC, AST, market makers or other member firms consulted prior to the decision? 3. Was DTCC consulted specifically? 4. What was their determination based on their internal records, including CNS and NSCC lending pools? 5. How did they arrive at that determination? 6. How many shares were moved by broker-dealers into the obligation warehouse? 7. What was the extraordinary event that caused the U3 halt designation to be triggered? 8. Have you had any communication with the OCC and why they allowed short shares to not be settled at the merger of TRCH and MMAT? 9. Do you hold a share short in a private company? 10. Why were the short positions not settled? 11. Do you have the accurate accounting from all 105 broker-dealers who had shares on record with the DTCC showing their long, short, and IOU positions, naked short positions? 12. Do you have all broker-to-broker clearing records, ex-clearing, from all member firms? Have you requested the information? 13. Do you have all of the sell tickets from all 105 broker-dealers dating back 5 years on all TRCH, MMAT, and MMTLP trades from all member firms? If not, how are you going to accurately investigate what happened? Isn't your role oversight in this matter? So guys, I have nothing to add to this set of questions. They are extremely important, and guess what? FINRA doesn't want to answer these questions because of just one reason. They have a lot of information to hide, and that is why they are trying to hide themselves behind the huge wall of their so-called total immunity. And that is why we are still here for more than 620 days. But guys, for now, we know much more information, and we have even some sensitive information that might lead to some unwilling processes or consequences for the wrongdoers. And that is why, guys, I think the resolution will be through the litigation process, and I don't think that for now we have so many allies on the Congress side or from the C-levels executives like current board of directors of Next British Hydrocarbons or former board of directors and even John Burda and George Palikaras. I think we have to be completely independent in the decision-making process, and we have to find the real truth in our case, and we have to find the real wrongdoers. And when we do it, it will be definitely a huge breakthrough, not only in our case, but with this resolution we will be one step closer to the fair and transparent market in general. And this is our main goal as a retail community. On top of that, guys, I want to pay your attention to this tweet that was published by Due Diligence and reposted by Curtis. And Due Diligence basically said not one tweet, but he wrote a set of tweets just yesterday in regards to the entire MMTLP saga. And I have to say that these tweets are very thoroughly made tweets, and he made it with a very strict timeline, and he does it, I have to admit that it is quite substantial work, and he spent a lot of his time to make it. But I want to pay your attention not to these tweets in details, because you can read it by yourself. We have a lot of links to Due Diligence account all across the internet. I want to pay attention to another due diligence that was made by RareDD, and he posted this tweet just yesterday. He wrote, "I noticed something shortly after FINRA's U3 halt of MMTLP. Ari Rubinstein's GTS securities stopped getting disclosures and fines from FINRA. This became especially apparent when the New York Stock Exchange fined them over $10 million for manipulation over a 6-year period. But FINRA never initiated a similar disclosure. The accusations by OTC issuers against GTS securities for similar manipulation should have warranted an investigation. But it appears that Rubinstein's membership in FINRA's Market Surveillance Advisory Group and their participation in helping FINRA to locate other bad actors in the HFT space had blinded FINRA to GTS true motives. From what I've seen by researching FINRA's broker check, paying attention to what agency initiates each disclosure, it appears that when FINRA hires talent from certain member firms, those firms somehow become shadowed from disclosures initiated by FINRA. The most recent example is Farrell Talib from the notorious perpetrator BNP Paribas. Coincidentally, BNP Paribas has been linked to Ari Rubinstein's GTS securities since 2017. More of this in the full video linked to the post below. And guys, RareDD made another video. Here it is. He published the link to his YouTube channel on August 24. And I have to say that this video is quite interesting. It is about half an hour long video where he explains this so-called coincidence. But definitely it is not a coincidence. It is just pure evidence that a lot of broker-dealers and market makers and authorities have a lot in common in this case. And that is why, guys, we have to push our case forward no matter what, and that is why we are here. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Basile Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on